Hi, generic. Jennifer and Eric combo.
Yes.
Tag team
I
me.
love it. I love it.
Yeah. Hello, Eric. I love you. And Jennifer, same to you.
He says, "Hi, Mom. I love you. I
So,
love you too."
so we're going to do part two now of the unsolved mysteries of the world. That's so fascinating. Here's one: the Flenin Isle Lighthouses. Number one, the Flenin Isles sit off the northern coast of Scotland. In 1900, a ship headed toward the lighthouse bearing a relief keeper. Oh yeah, but he was delayed by bad weather. When they arrived at the lighthouse, everyone was gone, according to mental floss. Okay. Uh, no one lived on the island except sheep and the lighthouse crew, and locals claimed there was some aura there. All three lighthouse keepers were gone. At least one should have stayed behind, but were all gone. All the clocks in the lighthouse were stopped at the same time. Wow. So the relief lighthouse keeper came in, and all the three that were there supposed to be there were gone. Ooh.
Yeah. So, uh, Eric says about this, it was alien.
I knew it.
Yeah. I guess we'll say abduction for lack of a better way to put it, but alien intervention, alien. Yeah,
So
extraterrestrial.
where did they take these three guys? Where are they now? Are they dead? Or I mean, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah. They're dead. But Eric says that aliens didn't kill them. Um, they were just taken. It's like as if they were actually extraterrestrials and they went home.
Oh, I see. So they went home. E.T. phone home.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes, and there was definitely like there's probably still an aura or an energy to this place
Wow.
that's feels a little different.
So uh did they arrange for this? Like, dude, I'm sick of this place. Beam me up.
Yeah.
I guess they died of
Um
natural causes, right? On their home planet.
yes. Yeah, so they were just done here collecting whatever, information or whatever it is that they were doing here. Which does happen a lot, extraterrestrials come here and they have jobs to do and stuff to do, and when they're done they go.
Okay. Um, so what's with the clocks?
Just there's some sort of like electromagnetic thing that happened, I guess, when they left that stopped the clocks.
Yeah, okay, I get it. What planet were they from?
Oh, that's
Or
all.
star system?
I gotta learn more about the planets because I don't know.
Don't worry
So,
about it. It's not
okay.
important. Whatever. All right. But were they nice aliens?
Yes.
Oh, good. The Circle Stone and the Sea of Galilee. Some mysteries happened by accident. Scientists were looking for something else when they noticed a giant circular structure 30 feet underwater in the Sea of Galilee, as per CNN. The basaltic structure appears to have been built on the land of many large stones, then submerged, and it could
Mhm.
be between 2,000 to 12,000 years old, but what it was made for is a mystery. It's difficult to study because it's underwater, but equally difficult to raise the kinds of funds needed to bring it up to the surface without damaging it.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is like just early civilization before this area was underwater.
Okay.
Um, so there's, it's one of those things where technology, when we look back on things, when we find stuff like this, we assume that technology to create certain things wasn't around, when in actuality it was. It's just that the knowledge gets wiped out and we start over. So that's what you have here. And this was just an area that did not used to be underwater. Eric says like 7,000 to 8,000 years ago is where he puts it.
Yeah, so the deluge basically have wiped out so many, and including their technology. So what was the circle stone for? A portal,
It,
energy creator, powerhouse?
no, not necessarily. What
A
Eric is saying
pessary.
is
It's
it's
a pessary
very
for a
much
giant, right?
yeah, it's very much like the structure. There was stuff on them.
Oh,
So almost like it's almost like foundations. um or something. There was stuff built on them, but they were very much for whatever the purpose that area was used for. It was not necessarily extraterrestrial
Okay.
necessarily energy. um and then this, it's wiped out. He's making a joke about about Twister, about a game. He's making a joke about the game. I don't know what it looks
Oh,
like.
Mister, yeah,
Yeah.
put your yellow, your foot on the yellow, and yeah.
Yes. I
But
think
what does
he's
that
just
have to
being
do with the circle?
silly. What do you mean?
What does that have to do with the circle stone twister?
No, he was just like showing me like the circle, like the circle, and then he was just
Oh,
making a joke, like making, like it was.
a joke about it being a big ring pessary for a giant, and nobody got that. Y'all look it up. Oh God, wait. It's weird. I almost passed out. What was that?
Just now?
Yeah, I had to just
Are you
whoosh.
okay?
Yeah, fine. I'm tough. All right, the Methuen water demon. The Martins were sitting in their living room one day in 1963 when they noticed water dripping from a wall. Sounds really familiar to one that we did earlier. When Mr. Martin got up to inspect it, the family watched a jet of water spray out, according to Strange Company. The fire department and engineers inspected the home but could not find the source of the water. The family moved to nearby Lawrence only to have the water jets follow. They even tore out the weeping walls, but the walls were dry inside. Eventually, the water stopped of its own accord.
This was a spirit that was haunting them in
Yeah,
particular.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes when they don't cross over, there is some sort of, vengefulness or negative energy. That's what this was. It was a haunting that eventually that soul did cross over.
Yeah, like the other one. Okay.
Yes.
The Grey Man, the extreme landscape of the Cairngorms, sounds like it's in Scotland, could definitely act upon a person's imagination. But a respected uh, professor's report of the sounds and feelings he got returning from a high crag in 1925 gave rise to the legend of the Big Grey Man, as per Undiscovered Scotland. Some magazine, whatever. Occasionally, other hikers since have reported glimpses of a large gray something and crunching sounds behind them, as if something is walking with a much larger stride than a normal person. Each person's account was independent, yet
Hmm.
eerily similar. Hmm.
Yeah, so this is like a similar to Bigfoot kind of
Well, yeah, yeah.
kind of thing. So there really is something. This really is really did happen, really did exist. And Eric says, like Bigfoot, coming from kind of someplace else.
Like
um
another dimension? Is it a
yes,
multi-dimensional being?
yeah, like, yeah. So it's like Bigfoots are not always here. um this gray man is similar. It's not always here. It's from another dimension, so it comes in and out.
Why?
um
Is there more than one?
yes, yeah, more than one.
Wow.
um why so I'm asking Eric, why do they come here? And so he says it's kind of twofold. Sometimes there's still, research to be done about this planet and stuff to kind of, he says, like, sometimes there's stuff here, plants, sort of things that they could use, so they kind of come and still investigate. But also sometimes it's just for the lore here, there has to
AKA,
yeah, there has to be this kind of stuff for us to solve and think about, and that kind of thing. So sometimes when like Bigfoot or something would come in, or this gray man, it's done on purpose so that people will see it.
I see. Are they
um
benevolent?
um they don't feel any danger or any fear or anything. But then Eric also says sometimes souls on the other side contract to have a sighting like this
Ah,
when they're here, so that they have to feel like they're crazy, or they're losing their minds, or then they have to share this kind of stuff. So it can actually be in the soul contract to
Ah.
see something like this.
Would have the courage to step outside their envelope and report
Yes.
something with the
Yes.
risk of ridicule.
Hmm.
All right. So, have you met one of these gray men, and are they gray women too? I guess there probably is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, have you met one, Eric?
Yeah.
Cool. What do they look like? Do they have fur? Are they, you know,
Um.
pale? Just a
Yeah.
basic
So with these, so like the um. Geez, what was the other one I was just talking about? What the heck?
Bigfoot, gray
Bigfoot.
men.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
So
right.
sorry.
You're turning
Bigfoot.
into me.
Bigfoot. They're hairy, but the gray men beings, they're not hairy. It's almost like, for lack of a better way to put it, it's not like latex, but it's like that type of tight.
Ah,
So maybe they do have some sort of um uniform or something on. I don't know, but it feels very much like latex. No hair, doesn't really feel like skin.
do they look
How
humanoid?
yes, like similar to like Bigfoot looks humanoid.
Ah,
Legs, walking on 2 feet, but much larger, much larger.
okay, so they're from a different dimension. Are they from another planet in another dimension, or just another dimension?
So it feels like another planet. Don't ask me
Okay.
which one. I am gonna
Well,
learn more about the other planet.
nah, it really doesn't make any difference. We don't know, but go ahead. So
So
another planet and another dimension.
yeah, I guess, yeah, yes, that's how it
Okay,
feels.
cool. Okay, next, the Baghdad batteries. Even though at first glance, a collection of jars from 2500 BCE, okay, whatever, in the National Museum of Iraq seemed completely unremarkable, right? Further inspection revealed that there was something incredibly special about them. When the jars were examined, it revealed that the outer clay jar, stoppered with asphalt, contained an iron rod placed inside a copper tube. Recent testing showed that when the jar is filled with vinegar, it can hold a charge like a battery. The theory is that they use it to electroplate metals, but there's no proof. Is this one of those like things that after a deluge,
Yep. Yep,
Okay,
technology that seems like it was way vastly before the time that just got wiped out. Yes.
okay, from an extraterrestrial, right?
Yep.
Or yeah, okay,
Yeah. Well, yeah, oftentimes I mean, even still, some of our technology and stuff is channeled through extraterrestrial energies.
that's true.
So
Yeah,
yes, and then it gets wiped out along with kind of everything else and
no.
sort of start over.
Well, that was the area where the Anunnakis, Enki and Leo and his peeps were
Yeah.
probably. So. All right. Tunguska event. Residents more than 35 miles away felt the massive blast resulting in an enormous fireball and flattened trees you've seen pictures of this, right? In a 2,000 square kilometer area in Siberia in 1908, as per BBC. Witnesses were knocked off their feet and said it was like the sky split into two. Wow. Because of the unrest in other parts of Russia and harsh conditions, it wasn't examined by scientists until decades later. Traces of minerals provide a few clues that point to a meteoric cause, but because examination has been so sporadic over the years, scientists can only speculate.
Yep. Meteor.
Just a meteor.
Yep.
Okay, big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, must have been a heck of a big one. All right,
Yes.
Malaysia flight 370. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 departed Beijing, China in 2014, never made it to its final destination in Kuala Lumpur. During the flight, the plane inexplicably went off course, but none of the 239 people aboard, nor any telling piece of the plane or wreckage, has ever been found. The plane was manually diverted off course and the transponder was turned off. But even after 4 years of investigation, experts can't explain what happened to all the people on board. The entire plane just simply vanished.
Yeah. So Eric says about that one that this plane was hijacked. It did not go down.
Oh,
It was taken, and the people were,
killed.
yes. But the plane's been destroyed or taken apart,
Okay.
But it was people on the plane who were able to, it was hijackers, technology to kill the,
Why did they do that? Did they want
why?
the technology of the plane, reverse
Yes,
engineer and stuff like that?
yes.
Was it a terrorist group?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Here's a weird one. Robert's doll. In 1906, a little boy named Robert, but called by his middle name
Oh.
Eugene, I don't know why that matters, received a doll named Robert as a gift from a servant native to the Bahamas, as per Week in Weird. Engineers grew attached to Robert. No, sorry. Eugene grew attached to Robert and was heard talking to Robert. And sometimes a much deeper voice replied, strange things happened in that house. Even after Eugene was married, he kept Robert until Eugene grew sick and perished. Robert is in the East. Okay. Robert is in the East Martello Museum today, but museum goers say taking Robert's pictures without asking permission is dangerous.
Yeah. So I feel really creepy about Robert.
No.
There's a
Like
spirit.
a Chucky or something.
Yeah, there's a spirit attached to the spirits can attach to items. And there's a spirit attached to this doll. Um, it's not really malevolent, so to speak, but it's just kind of dolls creep me out anyways.
It's like carousels and clowns.
Yes,
I used to
yes.
have nightmares. I could swear a creepy clown would look at.
It does feel like there was also like way back in the day dolls and stuff were made from like human hair and
Oh yeah.
like, so it feels like there's, I don't want to say hoodoo or voodoo or something, but there's definitely, I guess, some kind of magic. I know that
Black
sounds,
magic.
yes, yeah, some sort of like magic in the doll, for lack of a better way to put it. Is the
Yeah.
Eric is saying that there was energy like infused into the doll,
Oh.
that kind of bound the spirit to it.
By the woman who gave the doll to Eugene.
Yeah. Yes,
Why?
but she wasn't. He's Eric says she wasn't trying to like haunt him. She was trying to protect him. She loved this kid.
Oh, okay.
She loved him.
Yeah.
Okay, and the spirit in the doll did not scare him. He kept it. I mean, he
Yeah.
kept it
God. Oh,
forever.
yeah.
So it was done to protect him.
Okay. So the lady said, infuse it with, make sure a protective spirit
Yes.
be in there. Okay. So
Yep.
how did she do that?
Um. Well, so Eric says about this woman in particular, she just, I guess, like a spell, so to speak, but she didn't really know it was gonna work that well.
Okay.
Okay. And apparently she was gifted in this. I don't even want to call it black magic because it
Yeah.
wasn't negative or harmful or,
Manifestation or something. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
she was just gifted in this area.
Did she find out? Did she find out later that the doll was speaking and all that stuff?
Yeah, she was still around when she found out that was happening, and I she wasn't scared. So,
Okay. She was probably surprised, maybe.
yeah, a little bit. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, what was the spirit? Was it ever incarnated? A being incarnated?
Yeah, but it's not like that this person died right then and she put, yeah, this is a soul that had
Yeah.
incarnated,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. There's like a, I guess, basically like a binding spell is
Okay.
what
Oh.
happened here with this
Mhm.
doll. But it's like when earthbound spirits get attached to a certain section of land or a
Yeah.
certain area like that. So this soul was definitely somebody who had incarnated before, but was a little bit more maybe vulnerable to getting attached to a physical object.
By chance or spells.
Yes.
So
Yep.
who was he? Not his name, but when he in his lifetime on Earth.
Erik says farmer. He had been a
Oh
farmer.
my God, that's so weird because farmer went right to my head. Oh my
Don't
God.
you love that?
I love it. I mean, it came out of nowhere, so I know it was channel. Okay,
Yeah.
so, was he? What kind of person was he?
Just a decent,
Okay,
hardworking man.
okay, all right. Last one. We're gonna end up
Mhm.
early.
Yeah.
Somerton Man. Even after 70 years, experts are baffled by the man who appeared one evening on the Somerton beach in Australia in 1948. The morning after he was spotted, he was discovered in the same spot, passed away, leaving behind almost no clues as to who he was, according to news. His clothes and a comb came from the US. His shoes were too clean, and he had no wallet. His autopsy only further complicated matters, and a ripped piece of paper reading, "It is finished," in Farsi is cryptic, to say the least.
Erik is telling me he was thrown off a boat.
Oh, okay.
He was thrown off a boat and managed to survive, and get to shore. But I don't know what was in the autopsy, but Erik is also telling me there was some malnutrition or some poison or some toxins
Oh,
in his system. Um, this was not a salt of the earth kind of guy.
oh, okay.
Okay, he was into some shady stuff and um, thrown off the boat.
Was he wrote in Farsi? Was he Iranian?
I don't know that he knew Farsi, but I don't know that he was actually um, Iranian. Erik
Oh,
says no.
okay.
Yeah, Erik says no to that.
Well, was he American? Not that it matters.
That's where he had come from. He had come from
Okay,
America. He had
okay.
come from America.
Who were the people that killed him? I mean,
Um,
what kind of people? Were they drug smugglers, sex traffickers?
yeah, it's like drug smugglers or like piratey type
Okay.
um type stuff. This was a deal gone wrong. Erik says this was a deal gone wrong.
Uh-huh.
So yes, perhaps drug or sex traffickers or something of that nature.
What was the deal?
It was criminal. I know that. And this feeling of him being like kind of scamming, kind like trying to scam them, and he gets caught.
So he was promising them
Yes,
money or
like he was the go between or something between.
oh,
Oh, okay, so
okay.
he was the go between the two sides, and he lied or he tried to skim. I don't
Uh-huh.
know, like I said, I don't know if this is drugs. I don't know what this is, but he tried to skim. But there's something very toxic in his system.
What is it, Erik? Arsenic, mercury, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that, where it can be in your system and you can still be living, but
Oh,
you're
yeah.
kind of getting like weaker and weaker.
Oh, yeah, like
Um,
arsenic.
so
Could be.
so it's like why he dies is because he becomes too toxic or something,
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
Okay. That's interesting. Anything else to say about that one?
Mm-mm.
Well,
No.
that's it. Awesome. You get
Excellent.
off early. All
Yes,
right, Erik, I love you.
I
And I
love you
love you,
too.
Jennifer, again. I said again. Y'all check her out at psychicmediumjenniferdoran.com, who was the channeler on the radio show yesterday. So that's why it's very deja vu when I say her website. Anyway,
Yes.
great. Thank you, Jennifer, and have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
This was fun.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.